Hello, I'm Bob Brunics, one of the authors of the Brunics-Oseretsky test, revised edition.
And I'm Brett Brunics, co-author of the BOT-2.
In this video, you're going to learn a great deal about the BOT-2. You're going to learn about its history, the types of people who use the tests, its purposes, and all the many applications that are a part of this test in a wide variety of settings. You're also going to learn much about the changes and improvements to the BOT-2. And most importantly, we're going to tell you a lot about how to administer, score, and interpret the test. The Brunics-Oseretsky test, second edition, enjoys a fascinating history. Early in the 1900s, a Russian physician by the name of Dr. N.K. Oseretsky developed the first version of this test. After about 40 years, it was translated into English and brought to the United States. And early in the 1970s, I was asked by the American Guidance Service to do a revision. The first revision was quite extensive. We did use about 18 of the original items, but they were substantially changed. And we added substantial new content, nearly 30 new items. The test was published in 1978 and is now used by dozens of countries throughout the world. The test is used by many professional groups. It's used by occupational therapists, physical therapists, special educators, adaptive and physical education professionals, and increasingly used in medical and rehabilitation settings. The purposes of this test are quite wide in nature. You can use the test to assess motor development in children and youth. If you wish, the test can be used to assess particular motor impairments or impairments in development. It's often used to determine eligibility and placement in special education and other programs. And frequently, researchers use the tests to develop and evaluate motor training programs. We had a number of very important goals in the BOT-2. In revising the BOT, we wanted to increase the functional relevance of the items. That is, we wanted these items to be applicable to a wide range of settings in which children express their motor abilities and skills. We wanted to expand the coverage and the content of gross motor and fine motor skills and performance. We wanted to improve the measure for young children and to extend the norms to approximately 21 years. We wanted to make vast improvements in the materials, item presentation, instruction, scoring, and interpretation. These changes and improvements are reflected throughout the test. You'll see a new organization of content in the BOT-2. There are many instructions that tell you how to administer each and every item of every subtest. The technical qualities of this test are vastly improved. There's extensive revision of content, and you will find many advances in scoring, reporting, and interpretation. The BOT-2 includes 8 different subtests. These tests are organized into 4 motor development area composites. The test is organized so that you, as the administrator of the test, have many features and options. You can administer all 8 subtests, that is the complete form of the test. You could administer a sample of items that we call the short form. If you wish, you can select particular motor area composites, or you can administer individual subtests. There are many technical improvements to the BOT-2. First of all, we included a large representative standardization sample, much larger than the original edition. The sample includes a much broader age range, from 4 years through 21 years. And we found a way to make sure that all the subtests, all the 8 subtests, made a balanced contribution to the total scores. And there's much more extensive research on the test, including extensive studies on people in different clinical groups.
The revision of the BOT-MP was shaped by the wealth of information collected over the last 25 years from its use in clinical practice and research, as well as from the advice of practitioners with expertise in motor skill assessment, specifically those with extensive experience with the original Brunics-Oseretsky test of motor proficiency. One of the more important goals of the revision was to improve the functional relevance of the test content. This was addressed by removing some items that were deemed less effective and by reorganizing and expanding the test structure to form the current composite structure. For instance, several drawing items were added to the fine motor section. The addition of these items enabled us to provide a separate measure of visual motor integration. The items were also added to the running speed and agility subtest to provide a broader measure of speed and agility. The strength subtest was enhanced by adding the V-up, which measures lower back strength, and the wall sit, which provides an effective measure of leg strength. In addition, the examiner can choose the type of push-up, knee or full, that best suits the examinee's ability. Additionally, new activities were added and existing tasks were modified to extend the ability range of each subtest downward. Kit equipment was also improved, most notably the balance beam. The new beam is now made from a solid composite rubber that maintains its shape, has rounded edges, and will not slide on tile floors or other hard surfaces. The kit also includes a pair of Fisker scissors with sharper cutting edge and rounded tips for safety. New pegs made from molded plastic were also added to improve the consistency of the size and shape of each peg. The test now features a new administration easel to improve the effectiveness of the overall test administration. To provide examiners with greater flexibility for teaching the activities, large colored photographs of children performing items are presented on both the examiner and the examinee sides of the easel pages. These photos, designed to supplement your verbal instructions and to help accommodate the range of language skills of the examinees being tested, provide a nonverbal means of conveying item requirements to the examinees. Additionally, optional teaching text is offered for the examiners who want ideas about how to use photos when teaching items to the examinees. The structure and presentation of the administration easel is clean and simple. An introductory page summarizes general testing information needed to successfully administer the test, such as preparing the testing area, determining hand and foot preference, following administration rules, and teaching the task. The easel also features an introductory page at the beginning of each subtest that provides several important pieces of information needed to administer the items. On each subtest introductory page, the contents section lists the items found in the subtest. The items included in the short form are denoted by the short form icon, found next to the item name on the subtest introductory page, as well as in the top right and bottom right corners of each necessary easel item page. The general directions section contains specific instructions about administering the item of that subtest. These general directions provide subtest-specific instructions, such as the portion of the running course to be used or when to give a second trial. The introductory page also includes helpful diagrams and photos. The diagrams include the layout and measurements for the items that use portions of the running course and full-color photos to illustrate the proper height at which to place the target on the wall. The easel also includes item pages that contain several important pieces of information needed to administer each item. The dashboard section provides a quick, at-a-glance overview of select information related to administering the item correctly, including the number of trials, maximum raw score, time limit, and equipment needed. Equipment included in the test kit is listed in black type, and any additional equipment needed is listed in blue italic type. The procedure section of the item page provides detailed instructions for administering the item, specifically the steps involved in performing the task. These instructions must be followed as closely as possible to ensure the validity of the testing. The scoring section provides detailed instructions for scoring the item. Two items, filling in shape circle and filling in shape star, have scoring diagrams that are used to evaluate the examinee's work. Some items have scoring examples designed to illustrate the scoring rules in more detail. These examples expand upon the text found in the scoring section. However, they should not be considered a substitute for a thorough reading of the scoring rules. The administration section contains specific directions to the examiner, including text to be spoken to the examinee while testing is taking place. Scripted item instructions are kept to a minimum because you are encouraged to tailor instructions to the needs of each examinee. After teaching the item to the examinee, and when it is clear that he or she understands the task, follow the remaining directions found in the administration box.
The BOT2 builds on the strengths of the original version while making substantial improvements in many areas. It has improved content, including more functional activities.
The BOT2 has better organization of subtests and composites to better highlight important areas of motor functioning and expanded contemporary norms.
The test includes new and improved equipment, including an easy-to-use administration easel. And it contains more options for scoring and interpreting results. The test includes new and improved equipment, including an easy-to-use administrative easel. And it contains more options for scoring and interpreting results. We believe that all of these changes will vastly improve the assessment and improvement of motor skills in children and youth.